Welcome back, everyone, to the HNL Movement podcast. I'm excited for this episode. We have one of the decorated UH athletes out of Punahou School. We have Miah Ostrowski here. But thanks so much for joining me, Miah.
Yeah, no, thanks for having me.
Yeah, so we were just talking about this right before we started recording, but for me, I didn't realize that it's been that long since you graduated. To me, it seems only like a few years passed, but it was 2012, right? Was your senior year?
Yeah, 2012.
Yeah, and most people know you that, you played dual sport athlete, right? Played football and basketball at UH and did a lot of great things there. But before we get into all of that, let's talk about your childhood. You're very athletic. You're one of the few people that I know that played two sports in college. But what was your childhood like growing up? And were you always around all these different sports, and what was that like?
My childhood was, I had a great childhood. I grew up in Honolulu, and it was a lot of kids in the community, and we had a park right next to my house. So, every day after school was always at the park, and we're always playing, either running around, playing, tag, kickball, or basketball and stuff like that. So I guess, when you're always playing, you're actually working on your athleticism, yeah. So, but my childhood I had a great childhood, and I was lucky to grow up there.
When did you start playing or participating in organized sports?
When I was young, about I think 7 or 8, the Manoa Basketball League was my first league I ever was a part of, and we would make the journey from Honolulu just to go, play in town, and it was a great league, and it was competitive, and it was, well organized. So that was my first league that I was a part of.
So when did you find basketball? Was your first experience, or you were playing around at the parks before that?
Yeah, basketball was my first. My dad played basketball in high school, and so did my uncles, and so he had a love for the game, and he always put a ball in my hand, even before I could probably really shoot it or do anything with it. Yeah. So
yeah, that's crazy to think that you got exposed to all of this, and then playing around when you're a child. I mean, that really shapes your future too. When you were playing basketball, was that kind of like your main passion or your main sport growing up? Or
yeah, basketball. Yeah, that was the only thing I played, until I got into Punahou, and Coach Cully, who was our AD, and also the football coach. He really pushed me to come out and play football at intermediate.
Okay, so that's my question, is that did you play any other sports besides basketball growing up?
No, that was just basketball. Yeah.
Pretty much year round, playing in all the leagues and everything. Yeah. And you never played football until intermediate football?
Yeah, 8th grade.
Got it. 8th grade. Yeah. So what was that transition like for you? Because now you're going, basketball is a contact sport, but now football, it's a collision sport, you're colliding with people, full contact. What was that like for you when you got into football?
Oh, it was tough. It was a different world. You're dealing with different types of kids, linebackers, defensive guys, kids that like to hit. Yeah. It's not basketball where, certain contact isn't allowed, so it definitely took some time to get used to. During tryouts, I was doing great with no pads, no helmet, but the minute we got the pads and helmets, the whole game changed. So it took some time to get used to, definitely, and I was just fortunate enough to have coaches who helped me, and friends and who've played before me and helped me push through, helped me put my pads on, thighs, knees. Back then we had the butt pads and the hips too, so there's a lot that went into it, but yeah, thankful for everyone that helped me along the way.
Did you fall in love with football immediately, or what was it? Was there some growing pains with football coming from basketball?
Definitely, because I just had this whole mindset where basketball was the thing that was meant for me and what I wanted to do. So, it's hard for me to really buy in to loving the game. I had a great time playing it, and a lot of my friends, were playing it too, and that's kind of what made me love the game, is being out there with my friends and then creating great memories and always coming back the next season,
Yeah.
Because I really wasn't planning on going all the way through, I thought I was going to maybe go junior year or sophomore or, and just my senior year probably focus on basketball, but, it was my friends that got me to stay committed to it, and it actually worked out. For me in the end,
It did work out, great for you in the end.